This segment involves a series of videos from Ahmad, whose younger sister has been drawing some deeply disturbing images of her imaginary friends. Children are often thought to be more sensitive to the supernatural, and what starts as innocent play quickly turns into something far more sinister as the drawings are revealed. The brother's reaction shifts from mild curiosity to genuine concern as he realizes the details his sister is including in her artwork, hinting at a presence in their home that is anything but friendly. The house feels cold as she describes the entities that supposedly walk among them.
Wait, what do you want to show me?
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Steve.
The drawing of the first entity is enough to give anyone nightmares with its distorted features and unsettling grin. But as we move to the next page, the sister introduces a second friend whose relationship with the family is even more graphic and threatening. Watch the sister's expression carefully as she turns the page.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Who's Steve?
My friend.
What, your imaginary friend?
My best friend.
Your best friend Steve. You've got a best friend that looks like this.
It's my best friend Steve.
Okay. I'm leaving the house. Two imaginary friends.
No, I've got two best friends.
You've got two best friends.
Yeah, two. Do you want me to show you the picture?
Who's that?
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Margaret.
And who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
No, but you spelt my name wrong.
Yeah, but that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, with your mustache and your eyebrows.
My eyebrows.
Yeah.
My eyebrows look like that.
Yeah, your bushy eyebrows.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah, but Margaret likes you.
Margaret likes me.
Look, she's holding your hand.
She's holding my hand. She's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me?
Yeah, she's holding your hand.
Do I need to be worried?
No.
No. So this is not a joke. I have left the house. If you want an Steve part 4, I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unliked by Steve.
The inclusion of Margaret, a multi-eyed entity shown physically harming the brother in the drawing, is particularly alarming. The sister's calm explanation that one doesn't like him but the other does while she draws her eating him is a classic trope of childhood hauntings. Skeptics argue that children have overactive imaginations and often mimic horror themes they might have seen elsewhere. However, the specificity of the names and the malevolent nature of the drawings have many believing there's a dark influence at play. Ahmad eventually chooses to leave the house, citing a genuine fear for his safety. Is this just a creative child, or is she communicating with something dark? Let us know your thoughts. Coming to us from Ken LaPratte, this recording captures a terrifying wake-up call in the early hours of the morning. The uploader was startled out of sleep by the sound of someone or something aggressively pounding on his front door. In the dead of night, with snow covering the ground outside, the isolation of the location only amplifies the dread. As he approaches the door with his camera, the intensity of the situation escalates, leading to a moment that defies a simple explanation. The silence of the winter night makes every single impact against the wood sound like a drumbeat of pure aggression.
Banging on my door here, what the Who's there?
The rhythm and force of the knocking are incredibly deliberate, suggesting a physical presence right behind that wood. But as he prepares to confront the intruder, a faint, disembodied sound reaches the microphone. Signaling that he might not be dealing with a living visitor, keep your ears tuned to the background as the door finally opens.
Who's there? Who's there? What the Who's there? Who? What? Holy.
Just as the door swings open, a woman's voice can be heard, yet the porch is completely empty and the snow remains undisturbed. Paranormal enthusiasts point to the clear female vocalization as evidence of a residual haunting or an intelligent entity trying to gain entry. Skeptics suggest the sound could be the wind whistling through the frame, or perhaps a neighbor off camera, though the lack of footprints in the fresh snow makes a physical prankster unlikely. The timing of the voice and the sudden cessation of the knocking creates a profound sense of unease. Does this look like a natural occurrence to you, or something more sinister? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This chilling piece of footage was uploaded to social media by a user named Marco. We find ourselves inside the cabin of a long-haul truck during a grueling night shift. The driver is alone, or so he thinks, until the vehicle's internal monitoring system flags an unauthorized passenger in the seat beside him. The atmosphere is heavy with the hum of the engine and the crushing darkness of the road ahead, creating a perfect setting for the inexplicable event that follows as the infrared camera picks up a presence that shouldn't be there.
Buenas noches, habla monitoreo. Estoy viendo que lleva una mujer con usted. Ya sabe que está prohibido subir a personas. Hágame el favor de dejarla en la siguiente parada, por favor.
No, chingue.
The figure in the passenger seat is undeniably startling, with eyes that seem to reflect the light in a way that feels deeply unnatural. Some viewers suggest this is a classic manifestation of a hitchhiking entity, common in trucking folklore. Skeptics, however, argue that this could be a simple technical glitch or a reflection of light hitting the seat fabric. Others believe it might be a clever use of a filter or a real person masked by the low quality of the night vision. What do you make of this spectral passenger? Share your theories in the comments below. We've witnessed some truly bone-chilling moments so far, from spectral passengers in the cabin of a truck to the disturbing drawings of a child. If these clips have left you looking over your shoulder, make sure to subscribe to Pale Playback. We bring you fresh evidence and deep dive investigations every single week. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a scare as we piece together the fragments of the unknown. Stay tuned because the evidence is only getting more physical from here. This video takes us to a construction site in North Carolina. While making a delivery to a brand new, uninhabited house, the driver began hearing heavy footsteps and banging coming from the upper floor. Knowing he was supposedly alone on the property, he decided to document his walkthrough of the empty structure. The hollow echo of the unfinished rooms creates an eerie backdrop as he searches for the source of the noise, only to find that the house might already have residents he didn't account for. The smell of fresh drywall and sawdust hangs heavy in the air as he climbs the stairs.
It's this house in somewhere North Carolina. Brand new house. Just has been built. And I was making a delivery here yesterday. I kept hearing something upstairs. And I'm the only one here. I was here by myself. But something kept bumping around up here. Sounded like somebody was walking across the floor. So today we're gonna come check it out. See what it could be. It's kind of odd. As you see, nobody's here. I'm here by myself. Nobody's around. Every single room is empty. Closet. I don't see anything that would have been moved or could move that's up here loose or anything. See, nobody's here. Nobody's hiding anywhere. Nope, nobody. Nobody. See? Now who the hell is crazy now? Did you hear that thump? See, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. Just me.
That heavy thump was loud enough to vibrate the floorboards, yet the room he just entered is completely vacant. As he continues his search, the house seems to respond to his presence with an even more violent display of movement. Pay attention to the materials leaning against the walls in the next room.
What the hell? See, nobody's here. What the hell was that? It's a brand new damn house. Nobody's here. We'll go up there in a minute. Still gotta make sure so everybody doesn't think that I'm crazy. I have somebody here with me. Nobody's here. It's just me. Nobody's here. Moves back out into the hall. Nobody's here. All right. Let's see what could be going on. See, nobody's here. There's nothing possible that could be bumping around by itself or thumping. Nobody, nothing. No animals, no nothing. So, strange how a brand new house is already haunted. Now let's see. I just needed proof. But yet again, nobody's here. I'm losing my damn mind.
The moment that piece of material slams shut on its own is truly baffling. There are no open windows to create a draft of that magnitude, and the weight of the material would require significant force. Some believe this is a classic poltergeist case where energy is attached to the land or the new materials being used. Skeptics argue that a worker could have been hiding or that a sudden shift in the house's foundation caused the movement, though the timing is suspiciously perfect. The driver's reaction of pure disbelief is something many can relate to. Is this a haunting in a brand new home or just the house settling? Let us know what you think in the comments below. This eerie sequence was captured by a security system at a haunted attraction in McAllen. The room is a cluttered storage space for masks and various macabre props, a setting that naturally sets the stage for something unsettling. While the children in the frame seem occupied with the environment, the real mystery isn't one of the static figures on the shelves. Instead, pay close attention to the deep shadows cast behind the central workspace, where something appears to be watching and waiting for its moment to move. The graininess of the security footage only adds to the sense of mystery and isolation. The fleeting movement in the background has sparked a heated debate among viewers. Paranormal enthusiasts are convinced this is a manifestation, potentially a residual spirit tied to the location, noting the small stature of the entity as it darts across the floor. Skeptics, however, are quick to point out that this is a haunted attraction where actors and staff are constantly moving. They argue the figure is likely just a person in a dark costume. Technical analysts also suggest the low light and resolution can create visual artifacts that look like movement. What do you think? Drop a comment below and let us know if you see a person or something else entirely. A father was simply documenting a typical afternoon with his children when the atmosphere took a sharp turn into the inexplicable. As they move through the hallway, one of the kids becomes visibly disturbed by something they perceive inside the bathroom. The camera follows their gaze into the small, dimly lit room, which appears empty to the adult's eyes. However, the children's reactions suggest they are witnessing something much more tangible and frightening than a mere trick of the imagination, leading to a sudden and violent physical response from the environment itself. The domestic peace is shattered in an instant.
Hello guys, I'm here at my kids and I'm in the room and they called me and told me that they seen something. Where did you see it, Nia? What? Where, in the washroom? Could you guys show me?
Yeah.
Okay, come show me this, yeah? Okay, you stay there, Nia. Where?
I'm in here. Look at this clown. And here.
Okay, show me. Holy!
The slamming of the door is the focal point of the evidence here. Believers suggest that a poltergeist or an intelligent haunt was reacting to the child's presence, physically barring them from the space. On the other hand, skeptics argue that a draft or a sudden change in air pressure within the house could easily pull a door shut with that amount of force. Some also look at the possibility of a hidden line being used to pull the handle from the inside, though no such mechanism is visible. The raw panic in the children's voices adds a layer of authenticity that is hard to dismiss. Does this look like a natural occurrence to you? Share your theories in the comments. We've just witnessed 3 bizarre incidents, from a shadow figure in a prop room to a door that seems to have a mind of its own. These moments remind us that the unexplained can happen anywhere, even in the middle of a construction site. If you're finding this evidence as intriguing as I am, make sure to subscribe to Pale Playback and hit the notification bell. We dive into new mysteries every single week, and you won't want to miss what's coming up. Take a second to breathe, because our next set of clips is going to push the boundaries of what you think is possible. This footage captures a homeowner's investigation into persistent, aggressive noises coming from behind a basement door. The sound is rhythmic and forceful, suggesting someone or something is desperate to get through. As the man approaches with his camera, the intensity of the banging increases, creating a palpable sense of dread. He eventually decides to open the door and descend into the lower levels of the house to find the source. The basement is a typical storage area, yet the sounds heard just moments before suggest a presence that shouldn't be there, hidden amongst the clutter and everyday items. The tension in his voice is unmistakable.
There's been noises coming from this door all morning. I'll just sit here and record it for a minute.
The banging on the door is certainly startling, but let's look at the logical explanations. Many viewers suggest this is a classic case of water hammer or air trapped in the plumbing system, which can create loud, rhythmic knocking sounds. Others think it could be a simple prank involving a second person out of view. However, proponents of the paranormal point to the way the camera shakes and the speed of the knocks as evidence of an external, intelligent force. Skeptics also mention that the house could be settling or that a loose latch was vibrating. The silence found upon opening the door only adds to the mystery. Tell me what you think happened in the comments below. This footage feels like stepping directly into a fever dream. The environment is a sprawling, yellow-walled house that seems to defy traditional residential architecture. There's a profound sense of isolation in these rooms, as if the camera is navigating a liminal space where the laws of reality have begun to fray at the edges. The narrator explores the layout with a growing sense of dread, eventually looking through a window door into a room that feels unsettlingly lived in. This is the beginning of a series of sightings that escalate from subtle movements in the distance to a heart-stopping confrontation in the dark. Pay close attention to every doorway. As the camera peers through the glass, a pale face appears to manifest in the darkness of the far room. It's a fleeting glimpse, but enough to confirm that something is watching from the shadows. Skeptics might argue this is a clever use of a mask or even a prop, but as we move deeper into the hallway, the sightings become even more dynamic. Keep watching that distant door frame. There, at the end of the long corridor, a figure peeks its head out for just a fraction of a second. The way it moves suggests a physical presence rather than a digital overlay. However, look closely at the lighting. Some viewers believe the movement is too fluid, suggesting a second person is helping stage the video. Now, watch as the camera moves even closer to the end of the hall. A dark mass seems to shift at the very end of the hallway. It's a subtle movement, but it coincides perfectly with the narrator's approach. Skeptics point out that in low-light, compression artifacts can create the illusion of movement, but the timing is incredibly suspicious as the camera turns toward the stairs. As the camera turns, a figure is briefly visible standing at the base of the stairs. It vanishes almost instantly as the light hits the area. Paranormal enthusiasts argue this is a classic shadow person sighting, while others believe the high contrast lighting is being exploited, but nothing prepares us for the final confrontation in the dark. The final encounter is truly the stuff of nightmares. That face appearing directly in front of the lens in the pitch black is an image that stays with you. Some argue that the production value and aesthetic point toward a dedicated ARG or a horror short film. The way the figure is framed suggests a jump scare designed for impact. However, the sheer atmosphere of the house and the consistent sense of being followed make it a masterclass in tension. Whether this is a physical intruder, a supernatural entity, or a piece of digital art, the fear it evokes is very real. Is the yellow house a real location or a digital construction? Let me know in the comments below. From the aggressive banging in a basement to the endless, shifting corridors of the yellow house, the evidence of the unexplained is mounting. If you're finding these investigations as compelling as I am, make sure to subscribe to Pale Playback and hit the notification bell. We bring you fresh evidence and deep analysis every single week to help uncover the truth behind these viral scares. Take a deep breath and stay tuned, because our final segment contains physical anomalies that caught homeowners completely off guard. You won't want to look away from the shadows. We head over to the home of William Davies, who began documenting his kitchen after cabinets started acting as if they were possessed. Unlike many investigators, William isn't alone. His dog, Benji, is present and seems to be reacting to energies that aren't visible to the naked eye. The kitchen is a mundane setting, which only makes the subsequent events more jarring. As William attempts to find a logical explanation, he begins to realize that gravity and physics don't seem to apply in this room. The tension builds as each door opens with more force, suggesting an intelligence behind the movement.
Shit.
The first cabinet door swings open smoothly, almost as if someone had reached out and pulled the handle. Skeptics often point to fishing line or magnets, but keep your eyes on the cabinets as William moves the camera. There are no obvious visible strings even under the bright kitchen lights. Now look at the cabinet directly to the right.
Shit. Can't be normal. Can't take any more of this.
The second door opens while William is clearly standing back. The movement is consistent and deliberate. Some argue that an uneven floor could cause doors to swing, but these cabinets seem to defy that theory by snapping open rather than drifting. Prepare for a much more aggressive movement coming from the top row.
Can't take any more of this. Battery's going dead. Piece of shit. What?
This third movement is much more aggressive. The door swings wide and hits the frame with a loud crack. Skeptics note that William's breathing is heavy, which could be fear or part of an act, but the physical movement of the cabinets remains difficult to explain. Finally, keep a close watch on the shadows near the floor.
What? Makes no sense. Something's there.
Did you see that shadow in the doorway just as the cabinet moved? Benji's reaction is perhaps the most compelling part. Dogs are known for their heightened senses, and his fixation on the corner suggests he is seeing something William cannot. While many believe this is a classic poltergeist case, skeptics maintain that with practice and hidden wires, this entire scene could be staged. However, the way Benji stares into the void is hard to fake. It leaves us wondering if William has an uninvited guest living in his walls. What do you think? Is Benji reacting to a ghost, or is there a more logical explanation for the cabinets? Drop a comment below. Sean Wells posted this video years ago, capturing a phenomenon that many homeowners fear but few ever manage to document so clearly. Sean's attic hatch, located right inside his bedroom closet, had been making strange rattling noises during the night for some time. He decided to set up a camera on top of a pile of clothing to see if it was just the wind or something more physical. The anticipation in the footage is thick as the room falls into a heavy silence, only for that quiet to be shattered by a sound that suggests something is trying to force its way into his living space from above.
We're in my closet, and I'm going to do the experiment of trying to get this on tape. My attic, it's right there. It always makes noise. It rattles all the time at night. I'm not sure if it's the suction of the wind in the attic or whatever it is, but I'm going to try to get this on film when I'm sleeping. So it is around 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to place camera right up here on my jeans. So I'll try to get this on film. Alrighty. Good night, Facebook. Well, if I can place it up here. There we go.
The way that hatch lifts and slams is terrifying. To move a heavy wooden board like that requires significant pressure from the other side. Skeptics often point to air pressure changes or a stack effect in a house that could cause an attic door to rattle, but the violence of the movement here seems to exceed what wind alone could accomplish. Others have suggested that a person could have been in the attic, but the logistics of hiding someone up there for a video seem extreme. If you look closely at the edges, there are no visible tools or wires. It feels like raw, unbridled energy coming from the darkness. Is it possible something is living in his attic? I'm curious to see what you make of this. Tell me in the comments if you've ever heard something similar. That brings our investigation to a close for tonight. We've looked at everything from a phantom passenger in the dead of night to the terrifying close encounter in the yellow house and the sheer physical power of the attic hatch in Sean's bedroom. Each of these recordings leaves us questioning the stability of the world around us. Are these glimpses into a reality we don't yet understand, or are they elaborate deceptions designed to chill us to the bone? The line between a staged scare and a supernatural event is often thinner than we'd like to admit. I want to thank you for joining me on Pale Playback tonight. Your support and your theories in the comments are what keep this investigation going. Which of these anomalies did you find the most convincing? Was it the dog's reaction or the violent rattling from above? Don't forget to like this video and share your theories below. I'll be reading through them to see if we can find any more clues hidden in the frames. Stay safe, stay skeptical, and keep your eyes on the shadows. I'll see you in the next playback.